Now, the boxing world is filled with violence. And there are, in film and in the media, at least two different types of violence. In film, we get an awful lot of what we call happy violence, gratuitous violence, violence just to satisfy the teenage mind that just wants to see violence. In gratuitous violence, which means free violence, what you don't see are the consequences. You don't see the real pain or the results of violence. In other words, it's really not realistic. That's why they call it happy violence. Somebody can get blown away and fly off 500 yards. But in Raging Bull, you and I are exposed to as realistic or authentic violent set of actions as can be brought, while at the same time being recognized that it is film. So we call it realistic violence or authentic violence. And that kind of violence pervades not just the boxing ring in Jake LaMotta's life, as well as in our lives too. It pervades interpersonal actions. And Jake LaMotta is willing to show the violent quality of his personal life because, as I say, he's the consultant of this film. And we will see not only verbal violence, but some physical violence in his personal life. The last point I'd like to make is the incredible quality of acting that Scorsese is able to evoke from De Niro, Joey Pesci, and Kathy Moriarty, who plays the second wife of Jake LaMotta. Now, I don't think Kathy Moriarty was even 20 years old at the time of this movie, but she's able to create that sultry, very seductive quality, and also that New York twang that comes across. It's very realistic. As for De Niro, it's just too much to try to describe what he brings to the world of cinema. He is truly an artist of the highest degree. He has 3 different physical weights, and those 3 physical weights that he expresses kind of illustrates just how much he is committed to the portrayal of Jake LaMotta. Joey Pesci is just a marvel. There's one scene in which his acting becomes not only consistent to the role that he's playing, but is a kind of relief in comic effect. He is talking with his brother, Jake LaMotta, about a boxing match that he has programmed and set up, and Jake is not happy about it. I'll call your attention only to the fact that Joey LaMotta in this scene reads or delivers a little speech that, when you listen carefully, doesn't sound like it makes sense, but it has nothing but clear logic when you really do pay attention to it. And that'll occur in the kitchen prior to the fight with a man who will be plummeted because he looks too pretty to Jake LaMotta. I hope you enjoy Raging Bull.